You will hear this advice a lot. Follow your heart. Do whatever feels right and brings you joy and satisfaction. At the end of the day, life is short, people say, so you may as well enjoy it. Is it always good to follow your heart, to act on your desire? First, let us consider what is meant by the heart in this context. A figurative heart is considered the seat of all human emotions. It is the core of your being, your personality, your desires, and deepest motivations. What we desire often manifests itself first in our mind's eye, and then the heart creates an emotional feedback response to bring about the desirable outcome. Put simply, moved by the heart, you start taking practical steps to achieve your goal. For example, you see a holiday brochure online, a situation manifests itself in front of your eyes. It makes you want to go to a beautiful holiday destination abroad so you can enjoy stunning scenery, sunny weather, and perhaps some nice food and drink in the company of your loved ones or good friends. So you go to travel agents, book your holiday, buy your plane tickets, and spend a couple of weeks in a tropical paradise. You acted on your heart's desire and had a great time. Mission accomplished. You followed your heart. All sounds good, right? Let's take a look at another example. You've been working really hard for the past years but haven't become rich or even financially independent. Truth be told, it's been hard to make ends meet sometimes and pay all the bills, insurance policies, and taxes in a world filled with rising inflation and long working hours that put an ever-increasing pressure on us. Suddenly, an opportunity of a lifetime presents itself in front of you, or so you think. You are approached by a friend from high school that you haven't seen in years, who's now driving a Mercedes and is dressed in a fine suit. He makes a deep impression on you. Then he invites you to a meal in an expensive restaurant and offers you to become his business associate in a lucrative business venture. In what it seems like one of the get-rich-quick schemes, but it sounds good and is really promising. You listen to your heart and it tells you, go for it. You'll never get another chance like this. You deserve it. You worked so hard. At last, you can get the chance to become someone. You can become rich and have a successful life that you desired for so long. After months of intense effort and hundreds of hours spent working for your friend, trying to push his agenda, lured by the fine promises of making a fortune, the scheme turns out to be an elaborate scam. As a result, you lose all your life savings and get into serious debt. Your friend vanishes from sight and leaves you alone to deal with the consequences of the failed business venture. End result? You listened to your heart, and it deceived you. And the final example. You and your partner have been happily married for many years. You have beautiful kids. Your wife works a low-paid part-time job and looks after the family, prepares meals, keeps the house tidy, while you spend hours on end in the office, often working overtime at the weekends to earn extra cash. You are tired with all the hard work, but are happy in your relationship. Even though you don't spend much time with each other, years of this intense lifestyle take a toll on your relationship. You neglect your mutual needs, and the wife focuses mostly on kids, making sure they are well looked after and to keep up with their school assignments, tests, and exams. You, on the other hand, overwork yourself to support the family and your lifestyle. You feel emotionally drained and distanced from your wife and feel like the spark you once had between each other has grown weaker and weaker over the years. Your romantic life is virtually dead. You never go out together. You barely even see each other. Suddenly, you meet someone at work and spend more time with her than your own wife and kids. She is very attractive and makes you feel valued and appreciated. She often compliments you on your manly qualities, your business skills, and your hard work ethic. You quickly develop feelings for each other and end up having an affair. At first, you feel guilty, but then your heart tells you, you need this, you deserve love, which your relationship with your wife failed to provide you with. You felt starved of affection. Your heart tells you it's true love. You should be with a woman that loves you equally and reciprocates all your needs. You have a great time with your lover and for a short time believe you are very happy, despite the fact that you've cheated on your wife, whom you swore to love and devote your whole life to, both in prosperity and sickness. You swore to stay with each other until death. It's not long before your wife finds out about your affair. As a result, you end up breaking the marriage. Your wife divorces you, and you split the custody of your children. Shortly after, your mistress leaves you for another man, and you end up alone and broken. What went wrong? In both scenarios, you failed to use your logical thinking and higher ethical code. You followed your passions instead of your analytic mind, or even common sense. Your heart and your emotions clouded your judgment and took over your decision-making process. Your heart can often mislead you by masquerading as rational thinking. It can rationalize your choices, making it feel and look like the right thing to do, or in fact the only sensible solution at a given moment of time. Next time you're about to make a life-changing choice, act with discernment. Think twice before you listen to your heart. Stop for a moment and ask yourself, who's talking here? Is this really the right thing to do? Will it be really good for me to follow this advice? Or perhaps is it my ego or desire talking? Exercising lack of self-control and giving in to short-lived pleasure or self-deceiving thoughts can have devastating effects on your life and the life of your loved ones. Don't listen to your heart only, use your mind. Also follow an ethical code which is based on higher principles than your own. A good example of an ethical code is one that tells you to never lie, cheat or steal, never betray your friends and your spouse, never act injuriously towards anyone, and to treat everyone the way you would like to be treated by them, to show kindness, impartiality, and forgiveness towards other people, to never discriminate against anyone, and to look after your elderly parents, to show respect to others, not to be vengeful, to not harbor resentment, to look after the animals under your care, and to look after the environment, the earth you live on. If you ever find yourself going astray, always go back to your ethical code or high-principled life philosophy or belief system, which will put your thinking straight, guide your actions, and expose the desire of your heart for what it really is.